first unit, the part one. So in that part, I have told you about what is biotechnology. I have told you the various definitions based on definitions, some definitions given by some scientist or some author or various old dictionaries. And most that is a abstracted definition I also given you. These are various definition. In nutshell, I told you that biotechnology is the integrate use of microbiology, biotechnology, biochemistry, and engineering sciences in production or as service to the operation. So basically, in this subject, we are trying to learn these things: microbiology, biochemistry, engineering, and all the subject areas, topics related to that is biological sciences and technology, so that we can make something, make some product for the service of our humanity. Okay, so we have started our discussion in my first lecture with these various categories. These are the colors of our biotechnology. You can classify, you can, there are, you can segment enter biotechnology in various color code. These are the various color code. Red is actually related to your medicine, blue is related to marine, gray is related to environment biotechnology, violet is related to law ethics, and yellow was related to food and nutrition, dark was related to bioterrorism, and gold was related to bioinformatics, brown is related to your desert and dry regions. Green was related to our agriculture and white was related to macro industrial process macroorganism. For our studies, the most important parts are like this: white biotechnology, then red biotechnology. Some areas, this is also important, gray biotechnology, and yes, gold biotechnology and dark biotechnology. So in our entire syllabus, these various parts or these various segments are highly highlighted. I also told you that what is the overall market of biotechnology, how it is growing. You have a very good, very bright future in this field. I also told you about the global distribution of various biotechnology based activities like protein synthesis, gene regulation, DNA and RNA analysis, drug testing. These are top, that is companies, that is those companies are actually associated with the biotech based production or biotech based technologies that are actually directly or indirectly associated with our life, and which are making our life easier, and also making products and other things so that we can use those things for our better productivity. So as a student, you should also have a dream to work with these companies, because right now these are what's top biotech companies. I also told you about the present scenario. What are the technologies right now mostly used by all the various biotech based companies, and all the various topics, all the various these technologies, these are also part of in our syllabus. So one by one, I will learn. So already in nanobiotechnology, I have tried to give you a basic introduction of your biosensor. Biosensor is also coming under nano form, so this is also growing so much, and you can also use. I have also told you how, because of COVID-19, this field actually is emerging. And I also mentioned to you about the global biotech regulation. And in India, what are the scenario? We have that is more than 2,700 biotech startups with 2,500 biotech companies, and 665 FDA approved plants in our country, where 44% of global aggregate new drug application, that is ANDA, and more than 1,400 manufacturing plants. And I have told you remaining other things, like we are the third largest producer of recombinant HIV vaccine, and all of you are aware the Serum Institute of India, you know. And I told you about the overall market size in India right now, and what will be in 2025. It is going to be 102 US dollar. So this area in India actually it is rising. And I also told you about the top companies in India like Serum Institute of India. All of you are aware. This company or this biotech company is actually manufacturing the vaccines. So it is also true, and you'll be so happy to learn that 65% of the children in the world receive at least one vaccine manufactured by Serum Institute of India. It was actually a news report, and these are other biotech company in India who are actually manufacturing COVID-related vaccines. So I'm just trying to recap everything, whatever we have discussed. So you can also remember that I also already told you what are top research institution in India who are actually bringing new technologies, new development or new that is a products like it might be serum, it might be in antibody, it might be in vaccine, or it might be anything else. So these are government supported various the organizations, those who are actually working with research, NII, IGIB, RCB, and THSTI. These are actually Delhi based in Delhi NCR. These are actually located. These are it was the some statistics about the present that is a scenario of biotech in India, how government is actually helping or how government is actually promoting. I also told you that what are the initiatives that government is taking in present day, that is government of India, that is IGIB, Institute of Genomic Integrated Biology. So they have started multiple projects to that is to create an ecosystem for clinical genomics in India. These are the various names I already discussed. And why India is a great place to study genetics? Because of our huge population, because of our genetic pool diverse, our population is so diverse, we have huge population, and our population having variation in their genome. So due to that, India is a great place to study that is the genetics, and that's why it is improving. And Genome India was a project, it was launched by government of India, and it was the some statistics about the market size, how it is growing, and the composition and key trends. And these are the various government initiatives like Make in India, Biotech Park, National Biopharma Missions, and why India is actually that is taking lead in whole over the world in biotech field, because we have skilled human capital. When I say skilled human capital, I'm actually trying to that is a highlight you, because you people are doing this course B Pharma, so that you can learn, you can get skilled, and you can also that is after completion of this B Pharma course, you can also go to work as a workforce in this area biotech field. That's why India having right now skilled human capital. We have infrastructure facilities, and our policies 100% under automatic route of greenfield projects. Basically, it is trying to save FD, foreign direct and direct investment. And individual factor is also there. Patent pool expected to increase over 20%. So these are various key figure or some data or some highlights about the Indian's present scenario and Indian government initiatives. Then I have started my discussion with the history, how from making one beer and yogurt, cheese, and bread from yeast, antibiotic was made, and from that time to today, how it was evolved. I have told you the story of crop rotation. Then when Chinese people has used one bacteria as an insecticide, and first recorded description of living cell. Then how one scientist discovered the bacterian protozoa, that is Anthony von Leeuwenhoek, and first vaccine, viral vaccine from that is a smallpox, and how the biology, the term got evolved. So you can see from 700 BCE, before Common Era, the story has started, and suddenly you can see we are jumping to 1802. It means for long 6,000, more than 6,000 years, there was no proper research in this field. And after the biology emerged, then people are discovering the tissues, protein, and bacterial origin. And after that, Mendel said the law of inheritance. Then somebody first centrifuged to separate cream from milk, and then DNA storage emerged, then artificial sweetener, then somebody that has done the staining of bacteria, then chromatin chromosome term has come, then Louis Pasteur developed the vaccine against bacteria that cause cholera, that actually cure cholera and anthrax in chickens. And later on, rabies vaccine was also developed by Louis Pasteur. And slowly we have reached in present scenario. So first somebody used the word called biotechnology. Then penicillin was discovered by Alexander Fleming. It was accidental. Then hybrid corn was commercialized. Penicillin was produced in a mass scale. Then first synthetic antibiotic was created, and later on artificial emancipation livestock was accomplished. Then Watson and Crick actually described this double helix structure of the DNA. Here you can see Watson and his student Crick. After the term bionic was used, then slowly and slowly we are reaching in present scenario when in 1964 first commercial myoelectric arm, जिन लोगों के हाथ खराब हो जाते हैं, those people's hand is not working. In those case, myoelectric arm, that is artificial arm, can be used. 1972, it was the first time ever recombinant molecule was replicated by using restriction enzyme. Then chimpanzee, it was found the chimpanzee and gorilla, they having 99% similar of their genome with our human. Then successful recombinant DNA experiment was done. Then biocement was also made. Then monoclonal antibody was also developed. And then after 3 years, some scientists have shown it is possible to introduce specific mutation at the specific site in the DNA molecule. Then gene cloning was done. Then human insulin drug was produced in a mass scale in synthetic way. Then polymeric chain reaction was conceived. After the gene therapy was approved, right now gene therapy is taken of many of the diseases. And then you have seen the word called GM, called genetically modified food, GM food. The tomato was the first food what was modified. Then Dolly, one sheep, it was cloned. And then after some time, the people are identified that the gene is responsible for cystic fibrosis. And then rough draft of human genome project was completed, and then it was published in 2001. After some time, rice was the first crop to have its own genome decoded. Then it was completed that our human genome project. We have already aware that 46 chromosomes we have, but within those chromosomes, what are the that is a genetic code is present. That thing was completely that is identified and published. After some time, in 2008, the scientists or the astronomers of Japan, they have done one experiment in the space, International Space Station. It is called as Kibo. So they have tried to see how the human activity or biological activity is happening in the ISS. After some time, I have told you, first viral pacemaker was introduced in the pig, and then one person with his artificial leg, he actually climbed up in the tower at Chicago. He was successful. He was successful, and our biotechnology was also successful. I also have told you that CRISPR was an emerging technology by which you can edit human genes. This is the picture. And then I have told you that the prime editing, then the 3D printed entire heart. I have shown you the video how you can print your entire heart. The researcher at Israel. Right now, the war is going on, Israel and Palestine. So Israeli people are so brilliant. They made one machine, 3D printed machine. It will actually print your entire 3D heart. So after discussing all those things, I have told you what are the things happen in our very recent times, by from cancer genomics to prime editing to 3D printed heart to transgenic rice and antifungal compound and lab on chip. Then I also told you that genetic modified that is produced biodegradable plant from plant material, then a type of nanomolar nanodrill that can be activated by light against highly resistant bacteria. I also told you that Nobel Prize was given for the discovery of CRISPR-Cas9 technology, that is gene editing tool. And then plastic eating super enzyme was also identified. Then lab grown meat, that is for meat, you have no need to right now. After the advancement of this technology, for meat, you have no need to sacrifice an animal. You can grow, you can culture the meat in your lab. And then to wipe out the dengue, scientists identified another new methodology so that dengue can be curtailed. And then that scientists identified last year in the month of December 2020, they have identified a new organ. I also told you that what are the things as are actually happening very recently in 2021. So somebody has created a heart valve can grow within the recipients, and then somebody has solved the long-standing mystery of living organism distinguish RNA and DNA building block. And then or the biggest that is mystery, that chicken or egg, which one actually came earlier, पहले chicken आया या फिर पहले egg आया. So scientists also have solved this old puzzle. So they actually told after their research that the slight alteration in the transfer RNA molecule, that is tRNA, allowed them to assemble into functional unit that can replicate information exponentially. So basically nothing called egg or nothing called chicken. Okay, basically some biomolecules joined together that can replicate, and from that this thing actually emerged. And then scientists identified more than 1,40,000 of virus species in our human gut that was never identified before. Then it was also found that some cytotoxin from the corn snail that to cure the malaria disease, and scientists find the antibody to block dengue virus. Then double mutant COVID variant was found in India. All of you are aware. This is happening here. This is the COVID coronavirus SARS-CoV-2. This is spike protein. If you zoom it, it will be a gaseous kind of thing. In that part, some mutation will be happen. In that part, some mutation will be happen when one amino acid be changed with other. D614G, in the place of D in 614 area, G will be replaced. Then I also told you that how entire biofield was actually developed. Ayurveda was the oldest medicinal system which was originated from India, and then Egyptian god of medicine, then traditional Chinese medicine, then Unani medicine was introduced, then homeopathy, and then modern medicine. Now, if we talk about India in the Indian context, so what was happened? The thing was happened that Muslim rulers actually invaded India. They introduced their medicinal system called Unani. And after that, when English people, the Britishers actually arrived in India, conquered the India, they introduced their medicinal system called modern medicine or allopathy. And when India got independence from the Britishers, India government introduced Indian medicinal system along with all the traditional medicinal system, along with the modern medicine. Right now, you have one Minister of Health and Family Welfare, and you have Minister of Ayush. These are various research organizations who are actually continuously, constantly working to develop the research activities in our country. These are like CSIR, ICMR, Department of Biotechnology, ISC Bangalore, DST, Tata Institute of Fundamental Research. So I hope ICMR is so much popular in front of you people because every day in news you are listening somebody from ICMR. I also told you that some people from India they got the Nobel Prize, and out of those all the people, C.B. Raman was from physics, and Hargobind Khurana is from biology, that is biotech, and that is Venkatraman Ramakrishnan was also from chemistry, but his research was associated with the biotechnology. Then I have started the discussion with you the applications where you can use from vaccine development to genetic testing, diagnostic, drug delivery, gene therapy, biosensor, monoclonal antibodies, hybrid antibodies, and antibiotics. In those cases, those places, you can use biotechnology. I also told you that how biologics are actually different. That is small molecule and drugs. How both the things are different. In nutshell, I will not discuss everything. I will just recapping what are the things I have told you. So in nutshell, I will just tell you. I'd like to tell you that drugs are actually small particle. Drugs are actually smaller than biological serum, antibody, etc. Drugs having the low molecular weight and it having the high molecular weight. And then I have told you, yeah, then I told you what are the top pharma companies in all over the world. I also mentioned you that you should try to work with these companies. In future, when you will be completing your B Pharma, you will be so much curious for your job. You should not just spoil your life by working with small Indian pharma company. Your aim should be so high that you can get world's top pharma company. What are the world's top pharma companies? These are Roche, then Pfizer, Johnson& Johnson, Merck, Novartis, AbbVie, Tedka, Bristol Myers, Sanofi, and Amgen. These are top world's pharma company. You should try to work with those companies. Here you can see in top pharma companies, none of our Indian companies are actually listed here. What are Indian companies? We have Sun Pharma, Cipla, Zydus Cadila, Aurobindo, then other things like yeah, or that is a Belco where I was also worked. So Indian companies are actually nowhere in terms of world's top pharma company, and these are actually growing. These are growing very rapidly. Here we will be able to see the state of the art technologies. And if we talk about the biotech company, these are world's top biotech company. Those are actually making the that is biopharmaceuticals like vaccines, serum, etc., etc. Same companies, almost similar companies, but few companies are not listed here. Few companies are actually not making the biologic products. They are only making the pharmaceutical products like tablet, capsule, syrup. And here you can see like Johnson and Johnson. Johnson and Johnson actually making vaccine and also making various drug also. So in terms of in the context of biopharma or biopharm based production, Johnson Johnson, Roche, Pfizer, that is Bayer. Bayer actually was the first company who made world's first synthetic drug called aspirin. Aspirin जो है, it was the first synthetic drug in all over the world. Novartis, Merck, GSK, Sanofi, AbbVie, Abbott, Bristol Myers, AstraZeneca, Amgen, Gilead, Eli, then Novo Nordics, then Merck, Teva, Algen, Biogen. You should also think in a such a manner that you can get job in those companies.